Chemistry is a huge part of medicine, both as a diagnostic and treatment tool. Chemistry departments in hospital medical labs analyze blood, urine, etc. for proteins, sugar, and other metabolic and inorganic substances. Electrolyte tests are a routine blood analysis testing things like potassium and sodium. Most medications are involved with inhibiting a specific enzyme or the expression of a gene. Blocking an enzyme's active site requires a specifically designed blocker to disable the enzyme's function. Since enzymes are proteins, their functions differ based on shape, and inhibitor drugs must be customized for each target enzyme. This requires chemistry, while the concept of RNA interference is more on the biological side. The engineering of chemicals to inhibit the translation of mRNA into an amino acid sequence by ribosomes requires chemistry. In RNA, a designed piece of double stranded RNA literally chops up RNA to prevent it from undergoing translation.
Chemistry has played an important role in increased agricultural output. Suppresses unproductive plants, cases of pests, and additive for harvesting. All these chemicals have a beneficial role for the humans when used in appropriate dose. If used in excess, so no need to go to different ecosystems, causing environmental problems. In addition, the chemical also helps to know the soil characteristics, allowing more rational agriculture. Chemical products provide health care for our livestock and aquaculture, and purified and drinkable water.
So we're going to talk about chemistry and wars. So as any other thing in the world, it has advantages and disadvantages. The biggest disadvantage of chemistry in wars were the chemical weapons. Chemical weapons, they were started to be used commonly in the First World War in the year 1914. The most common chemical weapon were the blister agents. The most popular blister agent was the mustard gas, which caused conjunctivitis, internal bleeding, pulmonary damage, and it could expose you to other infections. The choking agents are very different. They cause respiratory irritation, eye irritation, shortness of breath, chest constriction, and pulmonary edema. Its most popular chemical weapon was the phosgene. Nervous agents, even by the most minimal exposure, it can cause convulsions, nausea, frequent unconsciousness, and apnea. But not everything of chemistry in wars was bad. New medicines were created, for example, penicillin. Penicillin was discovered by the scientist Alexander Fleming at the year 1928. Penicillin was used in case if a soldier got an infection. So this is pretty much an antibiotic that soldiers use at the battlefield. Morphine was a painkiller used in the battlefield for surgical purposes. For example, if a soldier got shot, doctors used morphine to remove the pain from the patients. Now, aspirin is one of the most used medicine in the entire world. The aspirin helped soldiers to reduce their fever and also to remove small amounts of pain. In fact, aspirin was so important for soldiers that it was part of their gear for the battlefield. Thank you for listening.
The global warming is a phenomenon that we name the radical change in the temperature of Earth's atmosphere and oceans. Overpopulation produces more food demand, resources such as trees for houses and others. Another cause is the indiscriminating felling of forests for use as raw materials for many things. Trees take carbon dioxide and transform them into oxygen for human health. Climate change, more intense storms, heat waves, powerful most dangerous hurricanes, melting glaciers. Also, thousands of animals are losing their homes. One of the first things scientists learn is that there are several greenhouse gases responsible for warming in a variety of ways. Most come from the burning of fossil fuels, car factories, and electricity production.
Melting at the poles treat climate Mexico. The melting of the poles is a current problem, which can lead us to a crisis which will be hard to live. Therefore, if you want to avoid the death and suffering of many people and species, it will have to create social consciousness now and thus eliminate one of the biggest threats of the planet Earth. Below, we tell you the three best alternative solutions of the problem. In nature must be respect and protect areas to minimize the impact on natural areas. Build houses with good thermal insulating material to investment in heating air conditioner is less. Excess finally reduce water consumption as it is the cause that does not find enough water of living things. Conclusion. Chemistry is all around us. On an average day, we are in contact with a wide variety of chemical products. For example, in our personal hygiene routine, use shampoo, soap, cream, toothpaste, etc. We eat food like yogurt, pasteurized milk, cheese, bread, canned meats, etc. Transport fuel use process. The streets are covered with asphalt, building material used, so they are surrounded by the chemical.